Hi all, and welcome to Night Rips. So as you see, I actually did a little redecorating. I was starting to get a little cramped with all the boxes and everything, so since I like to open the bigger Wax Packs boxes, I figured might as well make some room and get a little bit more minimalistic look, even though now you can see more of my wires. So in the past, I've made comments that one of my favorite products that I open is Topps Stadium Club. To me, it's probably one of the prettier of the sets, with the action shots and whatnot. So I decided, for one of the things I'd like to do is, this is the 30th year of Topps Stadium Club. I'd like to see if I can start collecting, see if I can get all this, all the years of Stadium Club. So I went out and actually have purchased some. We'll start with 1991. This is the first series. It came in 3 different series, but this is the 1991 first series. This is the beginning of Topps Stadium Club. Now, one thing you'll notice is that there is no cellophane around this box. They actually didn't put cellophane on the first year. Every year after that they did. So, but when I open this up, you'll see it is actually all 36 brand new packs. So I'm not going to open the whole thing at once because it would definitely be too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick the first 4 packs. It'll be 48 cards, and start opening it that way. Then we can spread out the love a little bit. So let's go ahead and open up the first 4 packs of 1991 Premier Edition Topps Stadium Club. Now there is some neat ones in here, and if you remember when we were opening up some of the other Stadium Club, there was a lot of reprints. A lot of the reprints were actually from this year. So, there's chances, especially 91, there's chances of Ken Griffey Jr., of Nolan Ryan. Let's see who else was in there. Rickey Henderson. Definitely some good ones. But let's see what we can get from this. Now, hopefully we don't, they still have the stick that you always hear before, but that's okay. As long as they don't stick together and mess up. Now, one thing about these is with Topps Stadium Club, there was a club membership, and I don't know if you remember some of the case hits this year, you always hear Members Club. This is actually where that came from, where you could get the limited edition Members Club by being a member of the club membership, and that was, I think, was around $30 or so. Just looking at I'm trying to find where it actually says. It even tells which cards would be. Yeah, and came with a magazine, and not finding it off the top. Okay, it was for the 91 season, it was $29.95. So, unfortunately, they don't do that anymore, but that's what they did. So, as you look at this, and especially remembering back with some of the Stadium Club opening this year, this is a very, very common theme. There were some design variations that I had pulled that had that. One thing that was different was the backs. And the backs had a lot of stats to it. In this case, Sid Fernandez being a pitcher, he actually gave his left and right what he would throw as percentages. It also, and this was what was really neat about this one, is that they would always put a pitcher and the year of the first year that this player was in Topps. So in this case, his first card was a 1995 Topps. You won't see it go against any other brands. Obviously Topps is going to take care of its own, but it is kind of neat. So if there's a specific player you're wanting, you basically you'd look here like this. He's from 1997. That's a very iconic design. I remember that one, that wood paneled, beginning of the Junk Wax era. Now, of course, this was Junk Wax 2, but it wasn't quite the same. This was a little higher quality. This was printed on Kodak paper, and of course you got the checklist. And but it was definitely still a heavy produced, which is why you can still get this relatively cheap. It's cheaper than you buy a hobby box today. So I'm just going to go through the pictures a little slow. I'm not going to show the backs unless it's somebody really, really cool. And that's another reason why I do want to go a little bit slower or less packs, so that you can appreciate some of these players. Because like I said, you can get the Ken Griffey Jr.'s, the Randy Johnsons, Nolan Ryans, and they are such nice cards. And of course, and they touted being printed on Kodak paper, and actually these aren't sticking as bad as some of the ones today. I'm also noticing, this pack is 30 years old. This box is 30 years old, and that's just a little bit of pack dust. There's no blemishes on these. Corners are nice, edges are nice. There's Von Hayes. Remember him from a lot of the Reggie openings. You can even see he was in the 1992, back when they would put multiple rookies on the same card. And now this one is also, we will, hopefully I'll find one of these cards. We'll talk about how to read, the pitch counts based on left, right, up and down. And this in the case would be how he hit fastballs. And so in the case of, if it was high and inside, or high and outside, he was batting at 333. High and inside was batting a 256. So it's really cool. And this whole bar system, like I said, there is a card that will explain that, and hopefully we run into it, because it is really cool. I don't remember actually what bars stood for, but it is definitely a cool idea, and got you involved in understanding the statistics, the heat map for batters. These are such well taken care of. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see if I can flip them over. It's always the tricky part, is find out where. Okay, here it is. So here's the bar system. Batting average. Where is it? All right, I'm trying to see. What I will do is I will hold this here, and you can pause and read it, and then go ahead and show you the back. And of course, that was pricing so that you could actually buy the book on all the players. And it's funny, they actually, for people who had joined the Stadium Club, it was actually cheaper. So go ahead and look at these cards. And I'm just looking. I actually think that is actually part of the picture itself. And just looking to see if we find anybody that triggers my memory. Well, there's Rafael Ramirez. He's a former Brave before he went to the Astros. It's just interesting, some of the images they did. Oh, here's you go. Here's Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly. Definitely a Yankee legend, even though he never won a World Series. Come on. There's Andy Benes. And I'm not going to try to go super fast, but at the same time, I'm not going to go front and back on each one, because enjoying the look of the cards myself, since this is the first time I've opened 1991. Again, this is the beginning of it all. And it is nice that they actually went and used the same design in this year. You know, obviously celebrating the 30th anniversary of Stadium Club. And that's what really makes me wonder what's going to happen come 2 to 5 years or whenever that goes through. Because, you know, this is just like Allen and Ginter and Gypsy Queen. You know, this is a staple of the Topps name. And, you know, obviously the reason why they did this in 1991 was because you already had companies like Score and Upper Deck, you know, producing those real nice sets, those nice, you know, beautiful images and whatnot. Got another Bars card. There's Lenny Dykstra. So Topps had to do something to come back. And, you know, and they've done this every year. They did have to do some modifications to, you know, I think it was like 95, I think, was when they started. They had to change again. They were also trying to chase the younger crowd. It's Howard Johnson. But, you know, the whole action shot and beautiful imagery card, you know, not a true photo card, not a basically a rough cardstock on the back, a kind of a basic image on the front. They wanted to come up with something different. Kevin Toppany. And so this has become a flagship of Topps and a very, very popular set. And I know I like them. There's Lou Whitaker. I think they've actually done better. You know, you can definitely tell this is a year one product. Kevin Bass. Yeah, you wouldn't see an image like this on, you know, the original Topps. Tim Teufel. And it's taking me a little bit longer just because I'm trying to get them unstuck. There's Frank Viola. Remember him as an interesting pitcher. And definitely interesting shades there. That's definitely a Topps Stadium Club look. And Greg Jeffries. And, you know, honestly, that could be, if it wasn't for the Stirp socks, that could actually be today. All right, one more pack. Let's see if we pull anybody crazy. So far, we haven't. We pulled some names we remember. And it's possible we might not pull any of the big names out of this box. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't gone to look to see who was in what series. Because it's, you know, this is more like when you were opening back in the day. You know, I guess you could look at the checklist and find out. And we did pull a checklist. But, you know, in a way, you just kind of wanted to be surprised as it went. So, let's see. Let me find that center card, because that's where we know we're in the middle. There we go. That looks like that's another one of the it's another one of the join the club. All right, there's a serious bump right there. That is super choked up on the bat with Greg Gagne. Oh, there's Del Murphy. And of course, this is Del Murphy not as a Brave, so he actually was never in Stadium Club as a Brave. He only did Phillies, and I don't think he was in as a Rocky. But this was towards the end of his career. There's Benny Santiago, or Benito Santiago, as we saw on many other cards. A nice action shot there. See the dust kick up. Now, the one thing that you're not going to find in this is you're not going to find all the parallels and whatnot. This was just a base set, which is fine, and what you kind of expected in in the first year. Got Kevin Pontiac again. We actually got that one once again. So there's obviously, you can see the standard collation. There's Eddie Murray as a Dodger. I don't know why he has a ball in his hand and going for another one. I'm guessing that right there is a warm-up. Don't think that's a game. Joe Orsulak. And then finally we have Pat Combs. So that's it for the first 4 packs. Obviously there's 36 packs in that, so we're gonna be stretching this out for quite a bit. I guess that would be what's that, nine openings. But you know, I did want to go a little slower with this because I didn't want to make the videos very long. And I'll get to enjoy you know, this set, because again, this is it. This is the beginning of Stadium Club. This is the beginning of a 30-year you know, track that, you know, we hit 30 years this year, you know, with all the autographs and all the cool stuff that you find in Stadium Club. This is where it all began. You know, when you see, you actually, to get members only, you actually had to join the club and pay money for it. And then they come up, you know, on the backs of the cards now, you don't find the stats that you used to, but they actually get to see the true heat maps, both as a pitcher or as a batter. And if we go, let's see who we pull. Yeah, so we pull Charlie O'Brien, and actually can see all his stats of his fastball bar system. Even the 1 for 2 or what's that? 1-0. So it is pretty cool, and I do appreciate this set. Again, I'm going to try. We're going to open up a bunch of this. I am getting as much and as many years of this as possible, so we can see actually how it progresses. So, you know, right now I have 91. I also have some 93. I've almost completed the entire 92 set just from stray pickups, not boxes that I've gotten. But we'll still pull some 92 as we find it, just to fill in the blanks of the sets that I have. But we got, you know, that's a lot of videos. And, you know, we're going to take our time, look at the pictures, see if we can find some of the cool ones. You know, like I said, you know, like the Ken Griffey Jr.'s, or even the Roger Clemens, Nolan Ryan's. Definitely some fun ones. Randy Johnson. I'm trying to remember Ricky Henderson. Just trying to remember George Brett. There's a lot of reprints that would be nice to get the original version. So with that being said, since we know we're going to be opening up a lot of this, the 30 years of Topps Stadium Club, except this year, so I guess it'll be 29 years because I've already finished the base set for 2021. But make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you know whenever I'm going to, you know, put more of this stuff up. You get to enjoy collecting the base sets with me. I appreciate your viewing, and if you like this video, make sure you go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And until I see you next time, bye now.